Hello sewing friends! Joanne Banko here from letsgosew.com, and this video is going to be all about making serger rosettes. Yes, rosettes that are made entirely on your serger. Let's get started. And I've got 3 pieces cut to a width of 4 inches and a length of about 18. And I'm going to set up now for gathering. All right, once I've done that, I'm going to take my piece, I'm going to fold it in half, wrong sides together. I'm going to take the corner, I'm going to fold it down so that each of my ends are going to be completely finished and I won't have any raw edges exposed and I won't have to worry about creating a seam there. Again, I'm going to trim a little bit as I go. I've already tested this, so I know this is going to give me good gathers, but if you haven't tested this, you want to do this on a scrap. Again, I'm going to trim a little bit off. And the next thing I'm going to do is as I stitch, I'm going to keep my finger in the back here. That's going to force a little bit more fabric into the stitch, and it's going to give me a little bit more fullness in my gathers. I always like to opt for more fullness rather than less fullness. If it gets a little stuck, feel free to raise your presser foot. Just give it a little release there. But if I have more gathers, then I can safely take some of them off if I don't need them. It's a lot harder to add gathers in. All right, getting to this corner, so once again, I'm just going to fold that at a 45-degree angle and trim of that uneven edge. And then I'm also going to leave a long tail at the end so that if need be, I could ease off a few of those gathers. Take a look at that. I've got a beautiful ruffled gathered piece that I can now turn into a rosette. So again, if I wanted to release some of those gathers, I would just ease off the threads here and it would take up some of this tail thread. So I don't want that to happen, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just make a little loop there and make a knot. That way my stitches will be secured. And my gathers will not pull off. Just like that. Give that a little trim. And I'm going to repeat the same thing on the other end. Love making rosettes like this. It's so easy, so quick, and you're finishing off the raw edge at the same time that you're gathering up that fabric. So to finish this, I'm just going to literally just roll that together. Just until it makes a little, kind of a little flower effect. I will end up tucking that corner and I'll push those raw edges to the wrong side as much as possible and then just hand sew that together just a little bit and that'll give me some pretty rosettes. So I just thought I'd show you how I whip stitch this together. Doesn't have to be pretty because it's not going to show. It's going to be on the underside. Got one finished here and that looks good on the top. So I'm going to do the same thing on this one. I'm just got a length of strong thread, double strand, nice long needle, and I'm just going to start jabbing it through all of those layers and catching all of the, oops, pulled right out. Get that in there again. Pulled a little too hard and pulled right through my knot. Again, doesn't have to be too neat, but I'm just I want to catch all of those layers as I'm whip stitching this together so that I don't have any gaps. And you do need a good strong needle. You may even want to use a thimble if your fingers are sensitive, because you don't want to have to worry about poking your skin, because you're going to have to kind of push that through all those layers. Remember, I'm using batik, and batik is a tighter weave of cotton fabric. That's one of the reasons we love it so much. It has a very good body, holds up really well, but it is a little bit of a denser type of cotton. It takes a little bit more effort to pierce through that. Just a few more stitches. Again, neatness does not count with this at all. One more, and then I'm going to check it from the right side, and as long as I can kind of spread out that rosette a little bit and not see any of that pulling out, any of those raw edges, I know I'm good. So I'm going to go ahead and knot this off, and I'll do one more. I'll show you all three when I'm done. There we go. I've got 3 pretty little rosettes, and I will be attaching those to my project just to give them a little bit of splash of fun and color. Thanks for watching. You'll see more techniques in this series that you can use on a wide variety of projects. Happy serging!